Ooh, that's hot. That's hot. That's a little bit on the toasty side. The old burn your tongue. But it's my fresh coffee. It is 8:30 a.m. on a beautiful Saturday. Been up about an hour, I guess. This is my first coffee, though. It's too hot to drink. It's too hot to drink. So what we'll do is we switch to the Red Bull, which I'm almost done with. This is what I started on. It's almost gone, so it's an hour old, so it's starting to get a little warm. What in the hell is going on here? What do we got going on a beautiful Saturday? It's not Sunday. Saturday. Better turn the sound off on that. We're doing a little pre-TKE live warm up. What's up, Addicted to Blades? How are you? Looks like it's just us, which is cool. Good morning. I'm double fisting the caffeine. My coffee's a little too hot, so I'm kind of finishing up this Red Bull that I started. Figured I haven't gone live on a Saturday morning for a while. I got some stuff to do today, but figured I could go live for a little bit before TKE goes on. Hello, early day. I'll have you on the headphones. What do you got you're doing some chores around the house or something today, Kathleen? Or what do you got planned? You getting out on the kayak? Is it a nice day? We got some snow yesterday, and it looks like it's just lightly snowing right now here in Minnesota. So there's that. I was thinking about maybe going ice fishing later, but I do have a few things I got to get done for the next few hours. I got to make some videos, do a couple customs, and so I figured I'd go on and hang out for an hour before TKE goes on, and then if I got anybody here, we'll all just raid the Night's Edge live when he starts at 9:30. Chores and then kayak. Nice. I wish, yeah, I have a canoe similar to the kayak. Got to kind of set up a single person canoe. Actually put a mount on the back with a trolling motor. So I've got a nice little trolling motor. I can get that thing up to about 4 miles an hour. Cranking. But a good speed for helping just get across the lake, or if you want to do a little trolling while you're fishing. Stop shouting! I'm not shouting! All right, I'm shouting! It's morning, I guess. I don't know. I need to bring it down. Can you hear me at this level? What's up, Aries? How are you doing today? I'm going to be getting an Aries knife for a review sometime in the next few weeks, probably. Future Past is my neighbor. Where do you live? I am in the metro Minneapolis area. And my coffee's still a little too hot to drink. But it's a lovely Saturday. It might snow. It is there's a couple little flakes falling out of the sky, but it's pretty weak. Right next door. That way or that way? Are you the one with the dog over here? That's an open-ended question. There's one with a dog over there. There's one with a dog over there. There, and across the street. I think every single one of my neighbors has dogs. Every one of them. So one of them's outside. There's the one over here. They bark. They let them outside, they start barking, they don't do anything to stop them from barking, so they just keep barking. But then the other dog from on the other side of the fence comes over and he starts barking back. Right on, Future Past. We're having a fun morning, right? But then these dogs, I don't know, if you own a dog and you're inside and you clearly hear your dog barking loud, because you'd have to, because I'm a house and a half away, and all my windows are shut and I can hear the dog barking. You would think you would be responsible enough to not let the dog bark for an hour straight. But it happens. Hook that canoe behind the side-by-side on the snow. We can get that puppy going 40. Now we're talking. And you see me in the canoe, I'd still be holding the paddle. You know, going 40 miles an hour, just holding that paddle, like trying to steer. That sounds great. I'm in. I am in. What is up, monkey eater? Delicious. Dunce is from North Korea. Hello from North Korea. What's up, Dalton? Big D Bob. Sending some hate from St. Paul. Screw you, St. Paulians. St. Paulians? I used to work at St. Paul for a while. I kind of did part-time at the Intercontinental Hotel over there by the hockey and the river. We did weddings, or I helped do catering for like high-end weddings there. We do weddings for like 200 to 600 people, just enormous weddings that were like $40 to $60 plates. Next time, walk out with the Jason mask with the giant Bowie. That will get them. Well, but I do have Jason's machete, you know, so I mean, if we really want to, hold on. Start the live like this every morning. What's up, Bash Bros? Grail or favorite I own are totally different. If it's Grail, I don't currently have it, so I can't show it. But favorite that I own and user currently is the Kaiser Mini Towser K, 154 CM, and the Frag Titanium. Whoops. Boom. Love this knife. Not the most expensive knife, but it's definitely a keeper. When I wear this mask, it's this knife right here. But I do got that Bowie. Cupcake, 7 o'clock tomorrow? What's at 7 tomorrow? You got a live or are you... Scream, shut your dog. I've done that. Because there's times it's like in the middle of the summer and I want to go sit in my backyard and relax. Maybe you want to sit in your backyard and just read a book or hang out and just enjoy the day. But then you got this, like, and literally not saying for like 5 times like I just did. I'm talking like an hour and a half later, consistently. They don't stop and no one does anything about it. And you know, I'm not that like, oh, I'm going to call the cops on you, you know, but the thing is I live here too. And if I just want to sit in my I just want to sit in my living room with if I have the TV off and it's quiet, I can still hear these dogs barking and they're not doing anything about it for more than an hour straight, every afternoon, every day of the week. Like, what do? Send a nice note to them with a gift basket. Thank you for subscribing, Lawless. Well, who did you raid? That's not quite old enough to be here. Happy birthday, though. My neighbors hate me. I would assume that my neighbors don't love me because I don't have parties. I don't have people coming in and out all the time. I keep to myself, and I'm like probably the perfect neighbor. Although I would like to crap in a box and to send it to them. Put the big old poop knife right in the top of it. They wouldn't even know. Maybe I should use the poop knife a bunch of times and then send it to them as, oh, this is a frosting spreader. Yeah, Cupcake. You got to be careful about that there. You're not supposed to be on YouTube unless you're 13. So technically you're not, you know, so you can be on someone else's account or whatever, but they don't like that. I do not have a bug out. I got plenty of bug out killers. You know, you want the $10 bug out killer? Boom. Right there, the Ozark Trail Grail. D2. I mean, yeah, I will say the bug out's probably better than this particular bug out killer because that one's only $10. The new CJRB Acacia. This is 30 bucks. AR RPM 9, FRN scales, got a nice texture to it. Why do I have so many knives? Because I'm addicted to them. I love them. It's my hobby. I also do customizations. So I do dye projects like this. This was all one color. I did a fade dye from yellow to red. We do laser marks, like this laser mark I just did on this one right here. So I am a knife lover, knife collector, and an artist, and I'm getting hot, so I'm going to lose a layer. Bug outs are overpriced. Yeah, a bug out is an overpriced. There's so many other knives I would recommend instead of the bug out. Get yourself a Kaiser drop bear. Boom. 154 cm in micarta on this version. They have a lot of different versions. Real nice stack of jimps up the back. Solid user. Great action. Got that same lock as the bug out, except for the Kaiser clutch lock version is smoother, in my opinion. You actually have to be 13 to be on YouTube. 13. That's not my rules. I'm not trying to be an old man or anything like that. I'm just saying that's what they say. And when I make a video, they ask if it's for kids or not, and I have to say yes or no. And you're supposed to be 13 in order to be on YouTube. So this is the Kaiser drop bear. You only have to be 13. I mean, if you act like you're 12, like me, that's okay. As long as you're, you can act however. I don't know. I don't know, Kathleen. I mean, you could be trolling us for all we know. You could be trolling us for all we know, but technically, yeah. I only make content for 13 and up for adults. Not that I'm not family friendly. That is someone who was telling me yesterday. The new fixed blade, they just ordered the fixed blade of the, God, my brain just shut off. Good morning. I feel like the camera's too far away. I'm going to change this. The Baby Banter fixed blade. Someone was talking about it. This is not the fixed blade, but they just ordered the fixed blade. I don't think it was I don't know if they come in the Wharncliffe or not. I think I saw it once, but I don't know for sure, but it would be cool. This would be a nice fixed blade with the Wharncliffe blade on it for sure. Can you show the green knife under the mask? This is my zombie apocalypse prep knife. You never know. I will not be carrying this daily, using it. This is just my emergency zombie apocalypse. So it will only get use in specific situations. I have many knives that are like that. That's the zombie apocalypse knife. This is the poop knife. You know? So this is a knife that I'm going to use if I ever were to happen to make a turd so big that it needs to be cut and flushed. I've lived quite a life. and I've never really had that situation. But you can never be too careful. You never be prepared enough, right? If you would like to see a field test of that thing, you can watch it on my on the channel. You go to my videos, and it's one of my first. Actually, it's my first knife video unboxing and review. There is a field test. So you go to the channel and go to some of my oldest videos right after my drone videos, or you can just type in poop knife and it should pop up. Now we're talking. You know how coffee? It's been 15 minutes. It is now at the perfect temperature. How do you get into that hobby? That's how you do it. You just do it. You follow your passions, you follow your dreams, what you love, and you just do what you enjoy. I've got a nice full-time job that I do, that I pay my bills with, and you save up money and put some aside, and then what is it that you like to do? You know, whether it's collect knives or play disc golf, or maybe you like to play hockey or whatever it is, and you enjoy your passions when you can. I love fishing, ice fishing, especially right now. Hello from Nigeria. What's up? Right on. Greetings from Minnesota. Got someone from Nigeria. That's cool. Go fly fishing. I actually have gone fly fishing. Where I live currently, there isn't really too many good places for fly fishing, although in east Minnesota, there are some really nice trout streams that I've gone fly fishing at multiple times. I used to live in California, and we would go up in the mountains and go fly fishing. What was the name of that? Bishop. If you look up Bishop, California, it's about 5 hours north of Los Angeles area. And you basically drive all the way to the top of the mountain, and there's a trout stream that goes all the way down. And so then you just get out, you walk to the stream, you kind of find some spots, you fish for a while, you get back in your car, you drive like a quarter mile down, you get out, you look for some spots, and you just kind of make your way back down the mountain. So much fun. I love trout fishing. I love fly fishing, but you kind of need the space. You know, I got like, what is it, an 11-foot rod or whatever, and so you need to be able to have that room to go back and forth and send that line out. And there's just around here, there's some good walleye fishing, there's some good bass fishing, but there's not a lot of good spots unless I already get some waders, which I should do, and actually go right out in the middle of like some of the rivers and stuff. Thank you for subscribing, Maggle. Nice heart knife. Is it a multi-tool? Oh yeah. I put my heart on the table yesterday. I did a little Valentine's Day live and shared my heart with everyone on the live, and so it's still sitting on the table. I am a horror movie / weirdo, so why wouldn't I have a squishy heart with valves on the top of it right behind a ridiculous knife, right? Should we do a video with the heart? What would I do with it? Cut it up? Only problem is it's not as exciting. I suppose I could cut it open, do some art to it, basically create the inside and seal it back up, and then we could dissect it, right? I remember back when I was a kid, one of my buddies, Jamie, he dissected an egg roll one time. And I don't know why it was fun. We should have made a video of that, because it's like you took the egg roll and literally made the incision and opened it up and then removed. Get out of here. What's up, Marty McFly? Let's get this thing up to 88s. I don't really have any OTFs. I got this one. This is the Boker USB, because it looks like a little USB stick. I am a disc golfer. I guess I got a disc golf shirt on. I am late to the game as far as disc golf goes. I guess it's been a while now. It was probably 2010, 2011. A friend of mine took me, and instant joy. I played regular golf. That's what we call it. Ball golf. Where you swing the club. I played that quite a bit, but it's expensive. And if you don't have someone who also likes to golf and you don't want to spend a lot of money, because for me, regular ball golf, I need to go like twice a week. I need to play an 18-hole course twice a week, maybe hit a bucket of balls once a week just to maintain. It's really fun. I love it. But if I'm not doing that, my swing falls apart. And then you go to play and you haven't played in a while and you didn't hit a bucket and now you're swinging like crap and you don't have as much fun. But you go and I play twice a week, maybe hit a bucket of balls once a week, and then your swing feels smooth, it feels consistent, you don't mess up as much, and you actually really enjoy the sport. You're like, oh, I'm 160 yards out. Well, that's going to be my 8-iron or whatever, So it's like, oh, my 9-iron sends me 160, my 8-iron sends me 170, my 7-iron sends me 180, and if you hit it clean and straight, it's going to give you about that distance. Super fun. Price, cost, moved back to Minnesota, winter, didn't golf as much. My buddy was like, hey, let's go disc golf. And I'm like, I don't know. And so then we went, and then he threw. And if you've ever seen disc golf before, it's not what you think. When you see someone throw a frisbee, you're thinking, oh, they're throwing that frisbee 40, 50, 60 feet. Negative. 300, 400 feet. Pros can throw at 500, 600 feet, which is out of control, crazy. But I can throw 350 on a perfect day, great wind. I might get one close to 400, maybe, but generally it's more around 300. 275 to 300 would be an average drive for me, 300 feet or 100 yards. And I don't know, I saw him throw, and he threw it over 300, and I was like, what? With a boss or a wraith? I never really threw bosses. I've thrown wraiths. I do have a couple destroyers in my bag. What's up, Metal? Destroyers, I have a weak elbow and I don't have a high arm speed, so I throw Valks, good old Valkyrie. It's a little bit more flippy of a disc. I get a lot more distance on it. If I really want to go that full distance, I use a really flippy disc and I throw it really low. Basically, when you throw a frisbee, it flips up, and when it's going fast, it can flip over this way, and then when it starts slowing down, it flips back the other way. And so I'll use one that's super flippy right down here, pitch it really hard, and it'll force itself over, and then carry, and then kind of come back. And if I just throw, some people just throw a pure straight or a pure kind of just a hooking Kaiser shot, and they can throw it that far, but I just can't. But with the flippier trees like that, or flippier discs, my arm speed, I broke my elbow 20 years ago, so it doesn't work as good, and I'm not a kid anymore. Yeah, when you see someone throw a disc 400 feet, you're like, what was that? And then you're like, okay, this looks cool. And then you start throwing and you realize it's really fun. Super fun. I run a league on Wednesday nights that I've been running for 11 years. Believe it or not, it took me all of a couple of years to then, my buddy who took me discing ran a league. And so then he had to move, and he was like, oh, we need someone to take over the league. And I ended up getting voted in. I don't know, I had the right whatever. People were like, oh, Dan, you're the one who's going to do it. And I'm like, well, I don't even know what you guys have been doing this forever. And they kind of just conned me into it. And now I just finished, last year was my 11th year running the league. Ken Kleinel has a new line? Really? That's a veteran. He's been around forever. Anybody got a Hawk? Hawk is moving up my list. I love this knife. It's just, look at that drop. Just, you got to be careful. It's going to cut that thumb off. Good morning, Brian. How are you? DLC coated M390 in titanium. That snap echo just sounds awesome. I need to use this, carry this one more. I get new knives all the time, so I'm never really carrying something on a regular basis. I think maybe like once every 2 or 3 weeks. Excuse me. Maybe once a month sometimes is what I end up carrying stuff. Oh my goodness. Well, looked like the snow completely stopped, even though it wasn't really snowing that hard. Which one on the table has the smoothest action? Well, that hawk is up there. God, these are all so good. Almost, it depends. With the crossbar lock, I'm going to say it's the drop bear, Kaiser drop bear. Boom, boom. Right? Very smooth. And that blade is solid. That is tight. That thing is not loose and loosey-goosey about to fall off. But man, it just thumb studs out. No problem. Flicks out. You've got it in your pocket. You can just whip it out. Make your cuts. Buttery. I really do like the hawk I just had out too. The drop on that is crazy. You get that thing around and it just brings it down. With my right, you can let it drop to your thumb and then whoop, get your thumb out of the way and it's gone. Boosh. And it's got that snap echo on there, which means the detent ball is not a ball, it's actually a post. So it gives you a little bit more sound when it snaps out. Very smooth. The Civivi Vision FG. Oop, I caught my index finger on the... See, I had my index finger curled around and I caught the thumb stud. That was my fault. Boosh. You got me a squid trainer. Been working on my tricks. You better start working on my game. Oh no! I need to do some stuff. I am a novice. Here's my Squid Industries Mako V5 trainer. Working on some basic moves. You got to get the basic moves down in order to advance into the bigger moves. I suck. I'm not good, but I'm glad I got this. It's a trainer, so it's not sharp. You do have a bottle opener. There's weights down on the bottom. Very solid build. And I look forward to learning some more tricks. Looks like Marty's going to pass me up. What state am I in? I'm in Minnesota. I don't know why I said it like that. Minnesota. Minnesota? Usually it's more like there's a D instead of a T. It's more like Minnesota. Then working on the trick around the thumb. Oh yeah, I need to do that. Because that's like a, that involves that. That move helps advance to other tricks. Other tricks? You got something with carbon fiber handles? Not much. I'm not real big on carbon fiber. Everybody has their different tastes. Some people love carbon fiber. I'm not as much into it. So I have very few. I do have this Concept Fenrir that has a shredded carbon fiber on it. Titanium shredded carbon fiber, CPM 20 CV on the blade. This is a full lefty Fenrir. So that's probably my nicest chunk of carbon fiber. Lurking and setting up. Hello, y'all. TKE. Well. We're going to raid you in 30 minutes, bud. So you let me know when you're going on, and whoever I've got here, we're going to raid right into your live. So let me know. It'll probably be 9:37, right? Maybe 9:38. Maybe you'll be ready. Maybe you'll be ready right at 9:30, and we will all just raid right on in. Other carbon fiber. Someone asked me that the other day too, and I know I have a couple more. Oh, here we go. So these are both like carbon fiber inlays. So it's like they do carbon fiber layer over the top of G10. So this is a Civivi shredder, nice Damascus shredder, but it has the top layer is carbon fiber, and so it's like coated. I don't know how they do that exactly. I think it's like several layers of G10, then that last one is that carbon fiber, gives it that kind of different look. Doing your first members giveaway. Right on, 9:37 and 29 seconds. There you go. This is another kind of a layered carbon fiber. This is the Kaiser mini grouper. So you can see this has more of that carbon fiber weave look. But it also kind of has that layered thing to it. And it's like this texture, like a basket weave. Like each one of these little rectangles is a little bump. And you can kind of feel them. It's really grippy. I like mine a lot. It's a button lock, but it's actually a button actuated liner lock. Whoops. Mini grouper from Kaiser. You got button right there. You also got your thumb studs. But the button, if you look on the inside, you can see that liner lock move over. So the button actually actuates a liner lock. So this is basically a liner lock strength with the agility and use of a button. Fantastic knife. I had one of these I used for a giveaway, MPG one, this one. Really nice, good. Good knife. Really nice, good. I like it. Would carry it more. Been rocking the Pair 3 with the 15V right on. Personally, I prefer carbon fiber to G10. Usually G10 has more grip. I'm not a huge fan of G10 either. As far as, I like G10. I have no problem with G10. Plenty of G10. Personally, I'm a micarta guy. I would prefer micarta is kind of my favorite. It just has a really nice feel, like on this Momo 14C28N. And titanium. You give me some frag titanium, that would be my favorite. This just feels so good in the hand. But that micarta titanium is kind of where I live. Demonstrous, what's my everyday carry? It varies every day. It varies every single day. Yesterday, my main was the Microtech standard issue. So I usually carry 2 or 3 knives. So yesterday, I carried the MSI. I carried the Rough Rider slip joint Apta with a VG10 and micarta. And then I also carried this little case executive. I just did the laser mark on this executive. It was just silver. I put that Sagaya Wi-Fi wave pattern on there. So those were the 3 that I carried yesterday. On a normal day, I just kind of pick a couple of knives. So it's like, let's say today, I just decided. Today I'm going to carry the Tempest Microjet. This was all silver titanium when I bought it. All the hardware was silver as well. And I did the anodizing. So I got a nice blue ano with a kind of a oily bronze finish on the hardware. So the Microjet is going to be my main for today. So I'll go ahead and start loading up my pockets since I haven't done that yet. Now I'm going to use a secondary. So a secondary, generally I'll get one that's a little smaller. A lot of times I'll get something that matches. Like if I were to carry like my Civivi Vision FG, then I might carry my Civivi Baby Banter and make a little Civivi set out of it or something like that. Also, it depends. Well, sometimes if I have a really nice knife that I don't want to use, then I might carry a secondary that is more of a user. And then I've got like a flashy show knife and then one that I can most certainly use on a regular basis. I will use the Microjet, so that doesn't matter as much. But so let's say today, Microjet, I don't have any other Tempest knives. So I think my secondary, yes. We're going to go ahead and just do this case medium Stockman because it's also blue. So we'll make kind of a blue setup today. So the medium Stockman has 3 blades on it. Nice little case. So this will be my secondary. I'll put this in my 5th pocket right there. And then often I'll just grab a third one, like this one's been my regular go-to lately, this little case, and I'll put that in my third pocket right there. And now I've got my carry for the day. So it just depends. Tomorrow it could be CJRB Riff, or maybe it'll be my Momo. I don't know. I have so many. That's what's nice. I carry stuff different all the time. Now, if you were to ask which one I carry the most currently, if you were to add up the last 100 days, it would be the Kaiser Drop Bear. This is just a no-nonsense, great size, perfect carry, easy user. I love that knife a lot. Do I pocket carry or carry elsewhere? That's basically what I just showed, boy. Usually in pockets. I'll have one in here, one in the fifth, and then one in my side pocket there. So that's kind of usually 2 or 3, and I'm mostly pocket carry. Even if I do a fixed blade, like I'm going to set that one down for a second. I have a few fixed blades, like this Kubi Quaken. And my buddy Lanyard Man sent me for Christmas that nice Vero slim pocket clip. So even this fixed blade, I can drop this one down in my pocket like this. And look at how slim that is. Doesn't take up any space at all, but boom, instantly like that, I can take out a fixed blade and daily carry that. This is definitely a small, excellent way to get into if you want to start carrying fixed blades on a daily, a smaller one like that. I also put an ulti clip on this bad boy right here. So the ulti clip snaps out, you put that in your pocket and it locks it down super tight, right? So we'll get this one in here, tuck that in where it needs to be, slam it down. Now I can take my fixed blade Kaiser Milita, boom, look at that. So that doesn't take up much space either. Slim profile, isn't sticking out to catch anything. If I just put my shirt down like that, you wouldn't even notice, right? And then you just go like this. Instant full-size 8-inch full tang fixed blade at my disposal, right? And then all you gotta do is drop it in there and walk. I played an entire round of disc golf with this setup right here, carrying this full-size Milita fixed as a daily. I need to do that again soon. I already kind of decided for today. Love to you and yours. What's up, Chef Rocky? Always got my Dragonfly in my fifth pocket. Yep. Lately, my third knife has been consistent. My first and second have been varying, but my third has been pretty much consistently this little case. What's everyone think of my new little laser mark I put on there? That's been my standard fifth pocket. You kind of get into a mode. Where is my fish? My Rybicki? Is it Rybicki or Rybicka? Rybicka. My first knife from the Czech Republic. This thing is just a cheapo, the little fish knife. But I feel like now this one, I'm going to start carrying this one as my third knife regularly. I don't know why. Just something about it. It's cheap, but I like it. What's up, Gareth? Do I have Benchmade? I have one Benchmade. I don't really back Benchmade too much. I think they're overpriced for what you get. This is a tagged out. This is like the Bug Out's bigger brother. The Bug Out's brother that goes hunting. It's just too light. I love the look and the feel, but they just overcharge for what it is you actually get. How you doing those laser marks? With a high-end laser marking? My job, this is not my job. This is just my hobby for fun. But my actual real full-time job is I do laser marking on high-end medical equipment. Mostly like implants, elbows, teeth implants, spine parts, equipment that they use for doing surgeries like lung graspers and tweezers and forceps and things like that. So that is my main job. So I have access to 6 different laser machines that are all $100,000+ each, like full-size stand-up machines that are bigger than this display right here. And so I'm always there. Get off of work, then I can clock out, and if the machine's not being used, I can get on there and do some little fun custom stuff. Can't hate on the Benchmade 940. No, I would say the Osborne, the mini Osborne, if I were to buy a Benchmade, that would definitely be one that that I would recommend. I look like some kind of medieval knight dude. All right. I'm into that. We could do the, if I tied my hair back like Witcher style. Sure. I kind of like that M390 steel. Yes, I have a few M390s. I got this nice DLC coated Hawk from Kaiser. I've got the smallest little piece of M390 you can get. TKE. Yeah, right. TKE's all trying to be the medieval knight. Yeah, look at that. It's the smallest chunk of M390 out there. Well, maybe not, but this is the Concept Rio. Oh, this little thing. I lost this the other day at the post office, and I went back, and I came in, and they saw me, and he knew, like, yeah. And, like, I'm like, anybody find? And they're like, yep. And I'm like, oh, thank you. I don't know. I was grabbing stuff to mail some packages out, and it must have somehow... I've never had one fall in my pocket like that before. It was devastating. I like the oranges. Orange for sure. What? I go like this. Right? Then you leave this down like that, and you have that back there. That's straight Witcher style. It's not something I do daily. I'm usually a free-flowing. I'm usually like this. Tuck it back behind the ears and call it a day. Farming this hair. You like the bucks you got there? I love the bucks that I have. Buck 119 is definitely one of my favorites fixed blades out there. This is just a classic USA made Buck 119. Just a beast. Thick-ass handle. I love it. This thing is great. There were no hippies in medieval times. Yeah, they were. They were like jesters. I was like the court jester, the juggling clown. Yeah. Definitely love the Buck 119. There's one on Blade HQ right now that's like S35 VN and then micarta where the black is. I kind of want to pick one up, but yeah, pushing $200. Kind of budgeting myself out right now. What did I not hear about the medieval times? I just talked about that. Bug out 130-ish on SMKW. Not worth it. Not worth it. So this is the Buck 110 2-dot. So this is a 50-year-old knife. This buck right here is made between 74 and 79. Dude, bug outs? Why would you buy a $130 bug out when you could buy a $30 acacia and enjoy it just as much, if not more? They're overpriced. They're just overpriced. Buy yourself a pyrite for 45 bucks. Much better. Buy yourself a drop bear. Even this one's 100 bucks. This one's way better. Buy yourself the Ozark Trail Grail. Buy 13 of these for that sale price bug out. 13 of those for the sale price bug out. Buy yourself a QSP Penguin. 30, 40 bucks. You'll love it more. Buy yourself a Kaiser Militao for 50, 60 bucks. You'll love it more. This is a bug out killer all day. If I was going to spend that same price, I would get this. The Lander 2. This crushes the bug out. I'm just a bug out hater. I don't like it. It's overpriced for what you get. And it's garbage. The 2 or 3 that I've handled, it was like this action on here is, even though I did that, is smoother than the bug outs that I've handled. This action on this one right here, smoother than any bug out that I've handled. The bug outs are stiff. They suck. There you go. I mean, I've got my tagged out. If I was going to spend the money, at least this one looks cooler. It's bigger. But the handle's too light. They try to, let's make it ultra light. People will like that. I hate that. This needs to be 4 ounces heavier. It probably weighs 3. It needs to weigh 6. I need to get some titanium scales on there. I'd be much happier. I would recommend the Bel Air over the Bug Out or the Griptilian. So would I. 100% agree. And if I was going to buy a Benchmade, it would be an Osborne or a Griptilian. And I'm not saying they're bad knives, they're just overpriced. For that price, I mean, I'm not interested. There's so many other knives out there. And they put that tax on there. You know, you're going to, just alone, a company sells the Narrows for $500 or $600. $299 max. $299 max on that. And you're selling a $300 knife for $500 and you expect me to look at your other stuff? Get out of here. Lame. So many other good companies out there that aren't ripping people off like that. Thoughts on Ultim handles? I like Ultim handles. First one in front of me here isn't a full Ultim handle. This is the Flytanium Arcade. It's got a nice little Ultim insert. Kind of weak as far as Ultim goes. I got myself a nice Ultim bull tusk, the Civivi bull tusk with the Damascus and Ultim. Yeah, I'm liking that Arcade TKE. Bull tusk is also very cool. Really nice light colored Ultim on that one there. I love it. I've got my Ultim Hectare. Oof. Take a Hectare. This is a bug out killer all day. I got this for $80, although I think I got a deal on it. S90V Ultim, the black liners. It's got that same profile as a bug out. Look at this action. Boom, boom. Got that choke up spot. Bug out killer all day long right there. CJRB Hectare. S90V in Ultim? Come on. MagnaCut is cool. I don't own any MagnaCut. It has pros and cons. It's you know, you throw it in the ocean, leave it out there for a week or two and grab it and it's still the same. It doesn't corrode in salt water. So there's that. Some people will say you sacrifice a little edge retention for that corrosion resistance. I don't have any. I've handled some, but I haven't had any that I've been able to long-term use and test. So I don't really have a great opinion on it other than what I've read and seen and heard from others. Spydercos have gone up too, but still better price than Benchmade. Great knives, great heat treat. For sure. For sure. And the people that buy Spydercos are, you know, they've got them. Like TKE, he's got, I don't even know. How many do you have? A dozen? Generally, it's people when they get a Spyderco, if they like it, they buy more and more. And then next thing you know, they got a bunch of them. So that shows you something. I'm the same way. If I buy a knife from a company that I'm not too experienced with and I like it, I give my attention to that company and I look for more. Same thing goes if I see a company that makes the Narrows and sells it for $500. I'm like, well, I'm not as interested in that company. Do I go to Blade Show? I went to Blade Show Texas last year, and I will be at Blade Show Texas this year. So in 3 weeks from now, on the March 7th and 8th, I will be in Texas at Blade Show, making content, meeting people, having fun, buying knives. I am stoked. It's exciting. You going to be there, boy? If so, meet up with me. A bunch of people are going to be down. I know at least several people that are going to be there that we're meeting up with. Going to have a blast. Speaking of, oh wait, no, this is Elmax. Why did I think this was Vanix? Because it's not my knife. Nice little gravity knife here. Elmax. Camo carbon insert. Riot. Here's the Zircotai insert. These are about to go in the mail back to Mikey Trails. He loaned these to me to mess around with for a while. And I don't want to get rid of them, so it's hard to pack them back up and send them back. They're super fun. What's first over the MagnaCut? I mean, I don't know. What does everyone think? Everybody has different taste. I mean, I really like 154 CM. It's not a top grade steel, but it's a solid steel. It holds an edge well. It cuts well. The corrosion resistance is nice. It's on the more mid-grade to lower priced knives. M390 is really nice. S35VN is great. S90, like on that one right there. What's my other S90V? I got a few of them. CPM 20, like on some of my concepts. That's a really good one too. Oh, the Tuckamore. I got this at Blade Show Texas last year. If you have never been to a Blade Show, one of the other things that's really cool about it, if you didn't know, is they mark their sales on stuff. So this is a $180 knife, but at Blade Show, I got it for $125 or something like that. So, you know, 50, 60 bucks off at the show. Hell of a deal. I've been to Italy. Sad because I couldn't carry a blade. Oh, God, that would be... I'd be going like this like every day, like, oh, nothing. You feel so naked. You carry all the time, then you don't have one. I like my Nitro V Civivi, but I don't know how it's going to hold up. Some people say they don't like Nitro V as much. I haven't long term. I have a lot of Nitro V. I'm trying to find one in front of me right now, but of course I don't see anything in particular that's sticking out that says Nitro V. I know Civivi. Anyway, some people think it doesn't sharpen as well or whatever. It doesn't hold an edge as well, but it's a budget steel. It works. I have a bunch of Spyderco 10 Plus. Yeah, it's not easy to sustain a knife hobby when the law is against it. Yes, that makes it tough. Is my Milita not Nitro V? My mini Milita is Nitro V. This Milita is 154. I don't know if it says on there. But yeah, if you look this one up on their page, this one is 154 CM. G10 and Micarudi wood. The mini Milita, this one's Nitro V. So my mini is Nitro V, and then this one's the 154 CM. Green Momo, trade for something? What do you mean? My green Momo? Boosh. Chef, you saying you want my green Momo? You want to trade me something for it? I really like the Momo. And the mini Momo. Mini Momo is actually just awesome. I need to make some new scales for this so I'm not Christmassy all the time. But I did get this one because of the upgraded steel on the blade. And, click. And the titanium bolster with the gold accents is pretty cool. So that'll be fun to make some new scales for it. Oosh. Ever been to Turin? Where's that? I mean, I love my Momo. I don't know. I have those two, and then did you see my third one? It's naked right now. Hold on. Here's my aluminum 154 CM Momo. Whoops. Pushing against the boom. Fully naked. I took the scales off, and apparently the way they've designed this, there's screws right there, so the body and the frame and everything holds together even when you take the scales off. So I'm going to be doing a laser mark on the scales for that. So it is currently naked yet still functional, which is kind of cool. Turin is a great city, not as touristic as other cities though. Show us something from the bottom shelf. Everywhere you went, people knew you were American. You stick out like a sore thumb. Do they like Americans though? Where was it? Someone told me they were like, oh, you go there, all the ladies love American guys. They go nuts. And it's like, oh man, maybe I need to move there. Yeah. I'll trade my blackout one for the green one. See, I have the blackout one. So that won't do me. The green Ramette. The Ramette Wild series. Yeah, this one's cool. I like that layer G10 with the green, black, green, black, green, black, green, black, and then orange. Fun knife. Nobody spoke English. That would be rough. You've got two of them, Grady? Right on. When you see a knife you like, you get multiples for sure. I know electric knives are excellent for carving turkeys. I'm trying to think I think I've used an electric knife for carving a couple of times, but not much. Yeah, chef. I love the Momo. I mean, I have 3 of them right now, so there's that. This was the Amazon exclusive. 14C28N on the blade on that one. Aluminum bolster, and then the green micarta. Which green one, Jason? This one, I think, was 80 for the green Momo. And then the Ramette Wild series. These were on sale when I picked it up, so I'm not sure the exact price. There is a premium version that is a titanium handle that goes for about $180. I think this one is probably between $50 and $80. I don't know for sure. I remember I got it on sale, and I've had it for a while, so I can't quite remember. It's actually not a bad price. 14C28N on the blade and the G10 handle. Great action on it. Great action. I would say you're probably looking at about $60, but I don't know for sure. Look up Ramette Wild series. Fook Doos, oh, my man Fook gave me this knife recently. Look at this thing. This is ridiculous. I absolutely love this. What did you get these for, like $1? Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Cure, no, I do. I own several. But that's not what we're talking about here. We talk about knives on this channel. No, I am not. No priors. No arrests. I'm a good human. I do collect weird, ugly stuff. Fook Doozle knows me all so well. You bought 24 of these for $2 a piece. There's no way this is $2. Dude, centering, correct. Action, good. Blade, solid. Locks up. Opens, nice. No knockdown edges. Really cheap. Someone said they wanted to see stuff from the lower shelf. We're doing that. Some of the real cheap stuff. Let me grab one like a frost cutlery. I know this doesn't translate on a video, but this is a frost cutlery. Very cheap. And what happens is all these edges, they're sharp. That little edge right there is sharp. They did not cut that down or like sand that up. So this edge is sharp up here. This little spot inside there, it's rough. It doesn't feel good. It's cheap, but it's because they don't put any extra work and time into it to make it that smooth feel. This, it's like they sent this thing in, dropped it into like a tumbler, and made all the edges smooth. That is not rough at all. It feels nice. Everything is just done exactly how it's supposed to. Look at that extra little stamp they put in there. It's like, how do they do that for $2? I just don't understand. What do you think about Ifengro knives? I have a few of them. They're definitely on the budget side. Oh, that's a Sativian. I would put Sativian and Ethan similar to each other. I know I've got a couple. Oh, I've got that one I'm giving away. Some of them are nice. This is a little D2 Ethan Grow that I'm doing a custom for a giveaway. Little D2 handle, nice action, flips out nice, drops. Look at that, look at that. What? That's fantastic. Flick it out for 20 to 30 bucks. Not a bad little knife. Just depends on the price range you want to use. I haven't seen a Frost since I was a kid. Dude, I have a couple. They're just so cheap. Can't remember which ones were Frost cutleries. This one's a Frost cutlery, I know that. This is like a, what do they call these? The Trapper. The 2-blade Frost cutlery Trapper. This one's really not all that bad, but this edge right here, that is so sharp right there. That just feels like it just wants to cut your hand right off, versus if you just go straight into just like a Rough Rider. Here's a Rough Rider Trapper, same basic knife, you know, but when you get up in here, that is smooth. I can go like that all I want, and it's not roughing up my hand at all. And this isn't that much more for a Rough Rider. This is my first attempt at some scrimshaw. Did a little fishing lure on there. I want to do some more scrimshaw, but it's definitely not as easy as you think. You're literally carving into the bone and then putting ink in the scratches, and you're carving into it. Like I did practice on plastic, and it's like smooth cuts. When you go to bone, you go to cut, it's like, and it's like chipping and shattering out chunks. It's like, wow, that's crazy stuff. Cannon, morning, Kenman, hope all is well. Oh, TKE's going to be starting soon. We're going to all raid him in a couple seconds here. Jason says, are you selling any? I sell the customs that I do. So if I take something and I do a custom to it, like this one here, I did the dye, turned the handle from brown to blue, and then weathered it and aged it, and then acid etched the blade. So I do that custom, then that is then for sale. I do shipwrecks like on brass or copper, do that patina to it, and then that becomes sellable, or an item that I would sell to someone. Here's another custom, fade dye and acid etch. So whenever I customize a knife, that would be potentially for sale. But if I just get a knife, like I bought the Devo Tallboy, it went out of stock in 30 minutes, sold out right away. This one's not for sale. This is my knife that I got from my collection. I have a couple gravity knives. Whoop, upside down here, boom. We are almost at 9:37. TKE should be popping on pretty soon here. Fade looks great. I love doing fade dyes. Here's another one. A little bit more subtle dye. Here's another fade. This one is the light purple to dark purple. You almost can't tell, but if I go like this, you can see how light it is at the top here. Now watch as I move it up. Just gets darker and darker. Now look at how dark it is there, how light it is there. Just a nice subtle fade. And everything in between. All right. Predator movie. I've got a Rambo style right here. And I've got a Bowie right here. Have I tried anodizing? Yes, I do anodize. I have access to anodizing equipment. This one right here was all titanium, and I did a two-tone, so I anodized the handle blue, and then all the backspacer and stuff, I gave it kind of an oily bronze color. All right. Knives are like credit cards. Don't leave home without it. Right? Without it, you just feel naked, for sure. All right, let's back up here. We go like this. Schedule. There he is. Share. Copy. Okay, hold on a second. Me. Boom. All right. I'm going to post a link right here. Did that post? Paste. Boom. All right. I just posted a link. That is going to be for the Night's Edge. He is going to be going live in a couple of minutes. He is not live yet. So I have him up right here, and we will wait. And as soon as that one goes live, we'll all go over and raid his channel. See what he's got going on. He's got his normal live that starts around 9:30 on Saturdays. So I just wanted to jump on, hang out for a little bit before we go. Rambo knife is smaller than the Predator knife. Probably. There's a few different versions of each. I would like to get a few more. I really like the Bowie knives. I would like to get some more of these. This is just cool stuff. This has an actual crown stag handle. Real deal stuff. Just a beast. Feels so good in the hand though. It's just enormous. So when we go over to that link that I just posted there, when we go to TKE's live, make sure everyone says KDK raid or something like that. 29 seconds. He's going to be starting. So yeah, there's the link right there. I posted it in the chat. When you get over there, type KDK raid. Okay? So if everybody who's here, we're going to raid TKE's live right now. The link is in the right there. Few back on my chat. But I'm going to shut down now. We're going to go to TKE. When you get there, type KDK raid just for fun. And we'll have a good day. Everybody, thanks for hanging out. We'll see you all soon. Stay sharp. Have a great weekend.